Yo, what's up, YouTube? Been thinking about this for a little bit. I've been wanting to start to make more videos because it's the beginning of the year and I'm gonna be making as many golf videos as I can and how-tos and whatever it may be. But first, this is gonna be a stream about, you know, how to stream, how to be a streamer, some tips and tricks on how to do certain things or go about your life. If you want to take my advice, you can. Not take my advice, sure. If you're just listening or watching, excuse me. That's fine with me too. But first thing you're going to want to do when you want to stream is going to want to get internet. So without internet, can't stream unless you have Starlink. And unless your Starlink is clean and you have it correct, like directed at the satellite with a clear sky space, probably not going to have the best Starlink connection. Not to mention, there is cell towers in 95% of America, probably. I mean, like, you can go pretty much anywhere with the correct cell service and get connection. Um, but there is monopolies in certain cities, of course, because they have the cell towers there and they're not going to sell them. So, anyways, how to be a streamer. First, lighting. You see, like, I'm not the most attractive person in the world, but it adds a little bit of personality to me. You could see me. You see my lankiness, my body, my big shoulders, my tall, whatever body, my face, whatever. So you need to have a personality. You want to make it online. If you want people to donate you money, if you want to actually be like somewhat successful doing this, you have to have a personality. And regardless if you show people what you look like, you have to use your voice as your personality if you aren't willing to show people what you look like. Because it took me an entire year probably to turn my camera on. The Halo guys were begging me for about a year. It took $100 donation for me to turn my camera on and keep my camera on. Then once I got it on, I started to feel a little bit more confident in doing what I was doing. It wasn't all just, nervousness, it was second nature. So once you get out of your comfort zone, you start to grow a lot as a person, but also as a streamer. Um, Two, growing, you can easily do it on Twitch. Don't listen to anyone that says you cannot grow on Twitch. I have 5,000 followers almost, okay? And they're all real. And that's just because I network, connect, I'm kind, I'm nice, not all the time, and not to everybody, but that's not always the point. As long as you're good to the people that matter to you, they'll be good to you. I know that sounds, complex in a way because you do want to be nice to the right people. You definitely do. But as long as you're nice to everybody, for the most part, you will continuously grow and collaborate with other people. Now they have the collab setting on Twitch where you could literally use each other's following and each other's viewers for one another's benefit and share chats. So Twitch is only benefiting you on growing one another and showing you that this isn't a me first industry. Let me view bot to the top and then everyone clicks my stream and everyone else will quit streaming because I'm at the top. Ha ha ha. You're not going to get any viewers or any, you know, traction because you're at the bottom and you don't view bot. Ha ha ha. So we've been dealing with that for a long time. All those kids have ran away with their tails tucked in between their legs because they're starting to get called out for what they're doing and they don't have legitimacy. They don't have longevity because they can't keep it up because they can't continuously pay for the bots because those things are very, very expensive and it takes more than half their money. And if they aren't streaming, then where does more than half their money go if they aren't streaming? You know? So That's essentially how that works. You can't afford the 10,000, 35,000, whatever it was for bots per month when you're not streaming. That's why they stopped streaming, because they're tired of paying the bill. And then they're going to try and do their thing later, go viral, and then stream again, which we don't care about that, because we will still be streaming with our 1 to 2 viewers, because we are who created streaming in the first place. So you got to understand, this is all because I'm telling you, one viewer doesn't matter, zero viewers doesn't matter, literally 10 viewers doesn't matter, 1,000 viewers doesn't matter. That is the last thing that you should be worried about. But they, as the view botting age, the new era has came amongst us, they say riding dick is like not is like, so you're hating on someone nowadays is riding dick, when back in the day it used to be you were riding dick meant like you're basically like glazing them. Like you're being like, "Oh, you're so good. You're so amazing." Like, man, get off his dick, bro. That's weird. You know what I'm saying? But like if you're hating on him, like, "Oh, that dude's a loser." And then he's like, "Oh, get off his dick." Like that's not how that is. He's making fun of him. He's not on his dick. You guys ruined an entire saying, and you wonder why no one wants to watch you, and nothing you guys do is cool or interesting, and you can stream for as many hours as you want, and you're still probably not going to be as entertaining as someone that could, that if they gave the right person the right amount of money, they could be 10 times more entertaining than someone like that. That's not even my opinion. That's just literally a fact. That if you want to entertain the masses, you don't have some little kid that says, "Oh, he on dick, bruh." Like, what do you mean he's making fun of him? That doesn't mean he's on his dick. That means he's making fun of him. If he was saying, "Oh, he's so handsome, so cool, like I wish I could be like him," that's on his dick. Like everyone's on Duke Dennis's dick. They're all like, "Oh, he's so cool, he's so great." That's on dick. Not hating. If you're hating on someone, that's not, "Oh, get off his dick." That's, you guys are really, really dumb, and that's why no one watches your stream, and that's why no one gives a fuck about anything you do, and that's why you don't stream right now. That's why you fell off, and that's why I've been streaming since I was 17, 16 years old. I made a $500 donation yesterday. I'm still doing it, and I'm not trying to make $1 million. I'm just trying to make enough to get by, and I'm still enjoying myself. But $500 donation yesterday is fucking amazing. Okay, you got to understand I made almost 2,000 something dollars within the past 2 months, like $2,500. That's a shit ton of money for a normal ass dude. I'm not trying to buy a mansion or anything. You know what I'm saying? So you just keep working and working and working. And I have zero viewers right fucking now. I have 0 likes on my live stream right now. Literally nobody watching my shit right now. 355 subscribers on YouTube. They're all real. I'm trying to get more. Of course, I know it's kind of not that great. Almost 5,000 on Twitch. You know, I had thousands on TikTok until I got in trouble for driving when my girlfriend was recording me. So don't do that. You know, there's a lot of different things. I'm just telling you all that stuff so you could take it how you want to. Um Essentially, the first thing you're going to want to do if you're setting up a stream, right? You're always going to want to have your chat. Like you want to have your literal chat, right? Just right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's my main monitor, here's me recording, bada bing, bada boom, and then here's my chat. And then I always have my chat and my Discord. I've been messaging Cammy Cat because he has a huge following, 741,000. He's watching something right now. But I've been messaging the boss, the CEO, Citrus, who is Aiden Ross's mod, Memphis, Liminal, my main mod, Prodigy, my main mod. You know, let's see. Yeah, so just, tuning in on Cammy Cat, watching him. He has 724,000 followers. You got to collab, you got to chat, you got to talk. He's actually Spanish. So, me working on my Spanish with my Peruvian girlfriend, Brianna. helps me out a lot. Um, and when we're mentioning something like that, we could go over to my main points here. So, lighting, told you guys about that. Chat, told you guys about that. Collaboration, told you guys about that. Being nice, told you guys about that. That's like one of the main things. Oh, my camera's doing that shit. Memphis recommended Sprite, so shout out Memphis, and he paid for it. So shout out Memphis. Also, literally got a pizza donation last night from Domino's, stuffed crust, pepperoni. Like, my job is amazing. Like, I just need to work on a few other things, and then I'm getting free pizza and $500 donos while I'm doing everything else. So that's why you stream your whole life and work on a craft or a side hustle essentially. But yeah, so collaboration, making sure you're nice to people. Let's see. Chat is number one. Mindset. You're going to want to be in a good mood. So, like, it was almost impossible for me to make money from streaming, like, the last year or 2 years because my girlfriend was just, like, not doing anything for me ever. Like, she got a shit ton of money given to her by her rich mom and just, like, fucking just never really supported me at all. Like, I'm not really gonna say numbers or anything, but basically got like a crazy amount of money and um yeah, just neglected me. Didn't vacuum, and then she brought 6 cats cuz she brought a cat. She was like a surprise. I was like, don't bring a cat home. So never bring a cat home to someone's house that you just moved into, like that you got from the fucking parking lot. And then the cat gets pregnant because she doesn't want to get it fixed when she has money to get it fixed. And then, yeah, it gets pregnant. Then you have 6 kittens. And then she didn't care about any of that. It was all on me to deal with all that. So, yeah, you can't entertain people when someone isn't supporting you mentally. It's hard to entertain people when you aren't supporting yourself physically. It's hard to entertain people when you haven't gotten like some sun, even if it's opening the window. Um, and or if you don't have a window, you gotta go outside. You gotta get literal vitamin D from the sun. Orange juice will only do so much. Um, your personality, I talked about that. Shit. Being positive, eating, just even having even the slightest little bit of snacks here and there, and make sure it's not like pure sugar because you're just gonna have like a sugar high and a sugar rush. It's not really gonna benefit you. So make sure you're trying to eat a little bit healthy, um, at least for yourself and for your fans, that you will be, gaining after listening to, essentially how to stream for dummies. All right. So there's going to be programs that you can download. All right. There's going to be Prism, which is what I'm using right now. PRISM Live Studio. It used to allow you to multi stream for free. It was really the only thing it had going for it over the other streaming platforms, which are, I use OBS and Streamlabs OBS. So OBS Studios is different between Streamlabs OBS. Streamlabs OBS is better and easier for the modern day person. It has a bunch of stuff you could put on there, use. user friendly. It's really good. And then probably second is Prism, then OBS Studios if you know how to code and you are a computer science person and or you know what you're doing. OBS you have full, personality, like personable. Like basically you can do anything with OBS if you know what you're doing. That's the easiest way to say it. Um like yeah. How to make it? Okay, you want to be nice to people. You want to collab. You want to go to TwitchCon. You want to go to the EuroCon or whatever, European TwitchCon. You want to go to the Call of Duty tournament down the street. You want to go to the fucking Card Con. You want to go to the damn, everything you can to meet another streamer and or meet people who watch streams because they will never know about you unless you tell them or show them your stream. Then one night you meet them, your personalities match, and you're like, oh shit, you're lit, you're cool, and then bang, bum, beep, bop, pada bop, boop, pow, zip, smash. Then you're best friends. Okay, then they watch your stream. All right. Anyways, these are the keys to a quality stream. Quality. All right, so you got to have lighting. You want it to be quiet around. You want to have a sound gate on your mic. So like essentially that if you don't know what that means, I could vacuum something like way over here and you can hear what I'm saying. And when I stop talking, it'll like completely shut off. I don't think I have a sound gate on this Prism right now because I don't see it going off immediately. But you can add filters to your mic. You can add filters to your camera. You can turn up the saturation a tiny bit on the coloration and make your color pop a tiny bit more. You don't have to turn it up too much. You don't want to turn your brightness up or contrast or whatever, but maybe turn your saturation up just a little bit for make that the colors pop on your screen and be like, whoa, like am I looking? Is stuff look different on here, or is this supposed to look like that? And then it's just more poppy. Um, Bit rate 6,000 if you're using 1080 30 FPS or 60 FPS, which is frames per second is you got to understand frames per second is like flash 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 flash. Frames per second is how many pictures your thing is like individually taking 30 pictures per second. So when I'm streaming 9 times out of 10, I don't want my thing, even if it's in 1080 or 4K, I don't want it load 60 times per second. You understand? I don't want it loading 60 frames per second. I want it loading 30 frames because it's like 30 is like 1 through 30 is way faster per second. And then you don't lose as many frames unless you have a super rig. You got a supercomputer, by all means, 60 FPS, 1080p, 6,000 bit rate, 2 keyframe interval, not 0, 2. Okay? 720p if you don't have that good of a computer or you want to have the quality of your game higher than the quality of your stream, which is okay. 720p, 4,500 bit rate. Okay? 60 FPS is fine. You probably want to do 60 FPS because it's going to be pretty shitty looking on 30 FPS 720p. But, stream what you want to stream. And so you are using a crazy amount of quality on your Prism or on your Streamlabs OBS or on your OBS, right? And you have the supercomputer and you have it cranked up and you think everything should be working fine. Don't expect your game to work perfectly fine when you have a processing program in high priority running on your computer that thinks that that is the main priority that you want to run. When you try and run a game and the game ain't running right, when the game's down here and the priority is up here for the fucking stream and the game's still trying to run right and it can't because you don't have both on medium or normal, so they don't like fluid and flow. So if you have a supercomputer, probably want to gonna put that shit 1080 30 FPS, 60, or 6,000 bit rate, and you have your game quality normal, and you don't want to boost it too much because then you're going to be using like 90% of your computer, probably more, and you could fry that bitch in a second or fry your processor in a second. I literally fried 2 laptops trying to keep up with Ninja with HD PVR back in like 2012, 2013 on my Ricky P account. So, it happens to the best of us, all right? Um, so anyway, quality. All right, let's see. Yeah, keyframe interval 2 seconds. That's the key. Like if you want to go on live on Twitch and then you can see your stream manager and you see your little bar. If you want that to be green, just listen to all those things I just said. Okay? 2 keyframe interval, right? Check your encoder. Make sure your encoder's in the right setting too. 6,000 for 1080, 4,500 for 720. That simple. Okay? All right, be nice. The customer is your boss. That is one of the main things that is a common misconception with these people is that you don't realize your customer is your boss. So without my viewer yesterday that gave me $500, how do I gain that $500? Class, someone raise their hand. Oh, I don't. Oh, Billy, Billy, yeah, yeah, Billy.
You, you don't gain the money, Mr. Powlas, cause you don't have any customers if you don't get the $500.
Yes, Billy, exactly. Billy's right. So I wouldn't receive $500 if I had 0 viewers, right? But I had 1 that day, right? And did it matter if I had 1,000,000? Did it matter if I have 100,000? Did it matter if I went live on YouTube or TikTok or Twitch or anything? Does it matter? No. Does your personality matter? Does the lighting matter to me looking handsome? No, none of that really actually mattered. It was just me being kind and charismatic and been streaming so long and for so many years and knowing all of this stuff that there's more I can teach you, by the way. This is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just how to like start your stream and how to like kind of go about your life and be careful of snakes and like be careful, like that's just life advice, and be kind to one another and build each other up and like work together. That's kind of how we've always done things in America until we got immigrated on and everyone started changing how we thought, and then we kicked them all out, and now everyone's like, oh, everyone should be nice to each other and love each other and help each other. And we're like, yeah, we've been trying to do that the whole time. The heck is wrong with you people? Like, what the heck? But anyways, yeah, it's best to help one another. Um, it's easier to help one. It's literally easier to help one another. Like my buddy Memphis, he didn't need to give me the pizza last night. Didn't need to. Didn't need to donate the sodas. Didn't need to donate the cinnamon sticks. But he did. And why is that? Because he's my friend and he's a fan of my stream. And I'm a fan of his stream. Imagine that. Like, you guys, you can't say, oh, you just call him a supporter. He's just a supporter. No, he's a fan of my stream. He wouldn't have donated pizza if he wasn't a fan. And guess what? I'm a fan of his too. That's how this works. You can be friends of one another. You can be fans of one another. And then you can hang out and donate each other pizza. Especially like now that I have my stuff right, everything's going great for me. Who's getting donated pizza back? Memphis. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like who's like, or who's gonna get it back in bits on Twitch? You know? So if you like help your buddies, freaking black, white, Asian, nut, Mexican, Peruvian, guys, that none of that they want you to hate each other. But if you said something hateful, that means you are just being hateful. It doesn't mean you hate those people. It's fine. You were hateful one day. Whoop-de-doo. Get over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna make you a racist person. Like, you gotta just move on and be nice to everyone from that point on. And it's like, if you said something hateful to someone that is racist, you were being hateful. That doesn't mean you are a racist. Okay? You can move on and become a better person. Don't allow all these pessimistic, negative people to perform your life for you, because you are the only one in your life who has control over it. You are your own director. I mean, essentially your own producer, unless you got some, somebody with some cheddar cheese and that's got your back. So, anyways, you want to be cool. You want to go to the park. You're gonna get one of these, a little extendo. You know what I'm saying? Put your phone right up on that thing. Smack. You know. Then boom. Or you get one that turns this way. I have a thing that attaches to this, and it turns it that way. It's over there. So, and then, or you film like this if you're on TikTok, and then someone comes up to you, they're like, "Oh my God, are you doing a TikTok? Can I be in that TikTok?" And then you'll be like, "Oh no, sorry, I'm live right now. Are you having a good day?" And you'll try and be as nice to them as possible so they don't do some crazy stuff on your live stream. Okay, that's all you can do. But yeah, you get one of these. But then you can get one of these. So if you're like IRL golfing or something like that, think about it this way. You get the power brick. You see, power brick. Take the battery out. Now when's my GoPro gonna overheat? Is my GoPro gonna overheat? Oh no, it's not. Is my GoPro gonna last longer because it has a huge battery that it's plugged into instead of another battery? So I'm gonna plug this into the external battery, right? And this external battery will last for 4.5, 5 hours. How much film do I have in here? 3 hours and 45 minutes because I have the super SIM card in my GoPro Hero 8, right? So you're going to want to get the super SIM card. 3 hours and 45 minutes. I could film a whole golf round. All I got to do is turn the bitch on, press go live. Don't touch it. Just hold it with me. Put it right behind me, you know. Or I'd be hitting behind. You know what I'm saying? That was lefty. I'm not lefty. But anyways, you put it right behind you, record, boom. So you want to go fishing for 2 hours, you get the GoPro, you put external battery or whatever, you smack it onto your boat or whatever. Just make sure water doesn't get into the battery um unit area, whatever. Hosel fucking thing. But yeah, so that's how to do that. Let's see. Go live. Go live every day. Tell all your friends about it. Be that one annoying guy that's like, oh, he's probably gonna tell you about his stream. Oh, he's probably gonna blah 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 about his stream. Oh, he's probably gonna this and that about his stream. Oh, where is he? Streaming. So, anyways, got 0 viewers watching now because I'm not view botting and I don't view bot, and I'm not gonna just, oh, 100 viewers. Hey guys. You know what I'm saying? So that's essentially bull crapperoonie. It's not gonna get you anywhere in life. Let's see. I'm gonna just. Oh, hold on. I was checking my making sure I'm live. All right, we're Gucci Bandango. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's the little rundown for right now. A little quickie. Um, yeah. Where's the paper? All right, so tripods, check. Okay, you're gonna need some of those. All right, need a couple. I got one with the light on it. Got the camera. Got this one. Got that one, and I got another one out there. But the other one out there is Technically, my dad's. I gotta get him a new ring light. I don't want to buy. I want to buy him a ring light and a better tripod, cause the one out there isn't that good. I want to get him a nice one. So you're gonna need a tripod and a ring light. Boom, boom. Right. You're gonna make sure you're focused on your chat. If you're a live streamer, you're always gonna want to have your chat somewhere. Like, even I know my chat's not gonna be typing, but I still have it on my screen. Over here. Mindset. Just gotta have a really good mindset. Be in a good mood. Like, yo, I'm ready to game. What's up? That's why Kai Cenat's always like. But like, that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, the guy, he's a good streamer. Never said he wasn't. But yeah, you just gotta be like loud and shit, like, and exciting, and have people like pay attention. People like that are really good at like being excitable with like the personality. It's really hard to match that. Like Speed, I show Speed. He's like loud, crazy, fun guy. You know. All right. Yep. Okay. Chat, mindset, attitude, personality. Yep. How to make it. Be nice. Be kind. Collaborate. Um. Show love as much as possible. Money doesn't matter. Money never gets you anywhere on Twitch. It's all about just like showing love. Like, even 1 to 5 subs is just as much as 500 if you know how to talk to people. Um, Quality of your stream, you're gonna want 1080p, 6000, uh, 720, 4500. Keyframe 2 seconds, not 0. You don't want it to be on auto, or else it'll give you like bad readings. Um, you want to use Prism, Prism, or Streamlabs OBS, or OBS. If you're a noob, just use Streamlabs OBS. It'll link your Twitch and or your YouTube and or your TikTok to the Streamlabs. Get the stream key for you. Do all the work, and then you can just go live after you change your encoder. Make sure your encoder is your graphics card. That's another huge no-no. If your encoder is not your graphics card. So if you don't know what that means, you'll go to your settings. Then it'll say encoder and not the audio encoder. Okay, the other one. And it'll have like, NVIDIA or AMD or XFX or whatever type of card you have. And you click encoder, you make sure it's on your graphics card, so your graphics card can compute your stream. You want it to be on your GPU, not your CPU. Or process your stream, not compute. Sorry, my bad. Um let's see. Yep, be nice. The customer is your boss. Yep. Anytime you get in trouble, write them a letter and tell them how much you have changed. If you haven't changed, I'm sorry for you. Like, but if you don't change after getting hardships, I feel bad. But you could take every loss as a lesson and learn. So, yeah. How to get paid? You're gonna want to get to 50 followers, I believe, is the number, and then have an average of 3+ viewers for like 30 days. And you will get your sub button on Twitch, and then 500 subscribers with 3,000 watch hours on YouTube. And I'm not sure about TikTok, but yeah, that's a little rundown. How to stream? You need internet, you need good lighting, probably need a camera. You really don't. You need a decent game setup. You need a HD PVR or some sort of capture card. That's the old version, the HD PVR. So it's probably like, I have a HD 4K 60 capture card now. They're only like $60 to $80 on Amazon. So you get a capture card, you get two HDMI's, you plug one in to the back of your computer, you plug one into the Xbox and one into your monitor, and then you open up your program, you go to add source. Let's see. And then you go to video capture device, and then it should be under your video capture devices. And yeah, if you got any other questions, Twitch. Where is it? Twitch. twitch.tv/P as in pimp, O as in owl, W as in win, L as in laser, legend, Powla. I don't remember how to spell my own name. No, I'm just kidding. A as in, I was trying to think of something cool with A, but I couldn't. I was trying to stall. Awesome. A is for awesome. S is for stellar. Powlas. Shit. Didn't have anything good for A for a while there. But yeah, all right. All jokes aside, I love golf. Ah! And video games are pretty fun. But I really at this point in my life, when I'm getting older, I just like to talk to my friends and hang out. So yeah, pretty much all you need to know. If anybody is in here and you need, hey, the one person in here, do you need a question? Because I just fucking went through everything. Chat, mindset, attitude, personality, how to make it. You got to be nice, collaborate, stream, be consistent, work on multiple crafts, but stay consistent to the main craft. Like mine is obviously Halo. There's still plenty of Halo people that watch me, but then I like started to change it to golf periodically, and it's basically golf now. Um, you want your bit rate to be 6,000 for 1080p, bit rate to be 4,500 for 720p, keyframe intervals to be 2. Quality is going to be good if you put your saturation up a little bit with the proper lighting. You can also boost the quality on certain things like 4K and then downscale it to 1080, but it doesn't look that great for stream. And then your customer is always your boss. But yeah, you gotta understand that last one. Your customer is always your boss. And if you want to get paid from Twitch, turn your ads all the way up, and you'll make a little bit more. Like I made $20 already this month, and I only averaged like 5 viewers. So that's a bunch. Like that's $20 of just ad revenue, like $19 of ad revenue, and I average 5 viewers, and it's literally only the 16th day into the fucking month. So 6, 7. All right. Anyways, yeah. I mean, get Prism, I guess. Let's see. I'll put all the programs. I'll put them all on the screen real quick. So, a good thing to do first, you're going to want to build your community. So, you can build your community through other people's community, like my Discord. So, you could build your own Discord. It's just a good, easy way to keep everyone like hanging out. All right, let's see. Prism, Prism. Hold on, let me. Streamlabs OBS. OBS. Prism. Discord. All the essentials. All the essentials. You're going to need your Discord, your community. You're going to need Prism. See if you like Prism. OBS. See if you like OBS. Or Streamlabs OBS. Those are all things that you're going to be paying attention to. And yeah, that's basically it. 40 minutes of tips. If you need anything else, I'll be around. You guys know where I'll be. If you know, twitch.tv/POWLAS.